City. So here we are in Carrickfergus Rangers Supporters Club. This is the beer garden. You notice that there are wall murals around the club celebrating local heroes, national heroes and footballing heroes. So there's commemoration of the sacrifice of the Ulster Division at the Battle of the Somme, the Ulster Defence Regiment, and in the corner here we have the 3 Scottish soldiers who were murdered away back in 1971, which for those of us even who were children at that time, that was always well remembered in Scotland. A very tragic case, a very despicable case of murder. The club, as you'll find out in the next couple of minutes as we walk around, it's got extensive premises. My camera work's probably not the best to shot off, but again, during the better weather, the members can enjoy themselves outside, and they've got historical murals starting off with managers. So William Wilton, Struth, Simon, White, Waddle, Jock Wallace, John Gregg, Souness. We tableau of heroes here with David Cooper, Jim Baxter, Walter, John Gregg, Ali. Some more managers here, and I think there's a nice wee touch here, is that you've got Walter, Dick Advocat, you've got Paul Le Guen, you've got McCoist, and I think it's a nice touch that we've also got McCall. If you consider that he was on a temporary contract, but he was on a contract, so he was Rangers manager. You've got Warburton, Kashina, Murty. Now some of these guys obviously it didn't work out, but they are part of the Rangers story and deserve to be included. And here's a little smoker's rest. Now we're going to go inside. We're going inside the club now. And the club's split in two. There's a function lounge and there's the main bar, both of which when they are busy can hold perhaps 200, 250 people, although that will be a bit of a push. So again, you can see how well appointed it is. It's also open for members of the community, pensioners and so forth have activities in here and meetings. So you can see the memorabilia in the club. They've got a fantastic collection of memorabilia. So when Rangers are playing Larne, you can come down, get the train. When you come off the train and into the station, there's a couple of exits. Take the one for the Sunnylands estate. You go under a wee tunnel, turn right and walk to the bottom of that wee park, and then you have the club as in front of you. So we're into the main bar now. A wee touch here with Rangers First and the Rangers Supporters Trust, which the supporters club here fully backed. And this is the main bar. Again, some nice memorabilia, obviously. A couple of Ulster heroes, Davis and Lafferty. Hateley's there, 1972. McGregor, and they've got a well-stocked bar, Sky TV, more memorabilia, and a display case for various parts of memorabilia. So if you're coming over for the Larne game, get in the train, get in the bus, get in the bike, and come down and enjoy yourself with an afternoon in the Carrickfergus Glasgow Rangers Supporters Club. So don't worry, see if you, I'm forever stopping and umming and ahhing. Yeah. Don't worry about that. If you make an answer a question, yeah, we'll just go back and we'll do it again. Right. It's not a problem. Right. So, could you introduce yourself, please?
Well, I'm George Wright, and I'm the proud secretary of the Carrickfergus Glasgow Supporters Club here in Carrickfergus.
So how long's the club been running?
The club was formed in 1974. It was actually formed out in Carrick Rangers Social Club. We moved to here, this ground, in 1981. We obtained this ground from the council. We bought an old building of the Northern Bank and moved it here, rebuilt it. And then in 1986, we got our first entertainment licence. 1988, we got our first full licence. And then we moved on, and it came to 1996. We built a new club here where we are now. And about 3 years later, we built an extension. And that is what we've come on from then, from a wee wooden hut where we're known as the Wee Rangers, up until this present day, this large building, which we're very proud of.
You told me that there were a few tales in the early days when you bought the old building and manhandled it round here. Perhaps you could have done with a few extra joiners at that time.
Could have done with a few extra joiners and a few extra roofers. We moved it round and rebuilt it with a wee problem that the roof kept leaking. And with no electricity in it then, there was no mains electricity fitted for over a year. So a very good friend of the club's a member, Roy Davison, supplied it with a generator which kept all the floorboards. So we used to open a Friday and a Wednesday night for meetings, and when you come in on Friday, you could be sitting on the left hand side, but then if the rain started, you maybe had to move over the right hand side because the rain was coming in, we put buckets down. Next week you might maybe around the other side, and with our generator sometimes it cut out, of course, out of fuel, but it was quite good fun those days, and good comradeship.
You're obviously very lucky geographically where you're sited. You know, you're on the main railway to Larne, you're on the main road to Larne. So over the years, I mean, the club's had a great following, travelling the club both to Ibrox and abroad.
All the trouble with fans, we've travelled to Ibrox, great numbers, European games, away games. We're still travelling nowadays. A lot of the boys fly over. Obviously, airfares have come down and planes are more frequent. We're close to ferries. We're 14 miles from Larne, and it's very easy to get a ferry, 10 miles from Belfast. So plenty of way, we still go over. We still have numbers of season tickets the club has, which members can use. And as I say, we're still follow.
So you're not too far from Larne, and on the day of the match against Larne, the club will be open for what time?
The club will open from 11:30 that day because, as you say, we're just down the road from Larne and just across the railway station. Jump on a train, get off the station, just to the subway, and you couldn't miss us. 2 large flagpoles with Rangers flags on the main road, just showing exactly where we are.
So if people want to get the Carrickfergus Rangers Club off their bucket list, you'll have a warm welcome for them.
Well, very warm welcome here. We have maybe up to near 1,000 Scottish visitors here a year, and from all over the world. We had boys here last year from Canada, some from Australia, and we're very, 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 very to see any player from anywhere. And we also have the mayor of the town, our deputy mayor of the town. She's a very big Rangers supporter, Sarah Johnson from the DUP, and she makes everybody comes down, welcome down to the town hall to meet her as well.
That's great. I'll just this is a classic one, is the interview somebody and it isn't running, but it is running now. So if you remember, just don't get too paranoid. If you do end up looking at me, then fine. You know, it's just one of those things. So could you introduce yourself?
Hi there, my name is Cheryl Johnson. I'm a councillor for Mid and East Antrim, and I represent the Carrickcastle ward in Carrickfergus.
So for people coming over, do you think they'll have to learn a new wee language? Because I wasn't sure whether your name's Cheryl or Churl.
Well, now I have to say my accent's changed a wee bit from Carrick. It's went a wee bit Ballymena, a wee bit Larne, so people get confused with me all the time. But no, we're definitely Carrick.
You were involved in the launch of the publicity for the Larne Rangers game, and obviously it's taking place in the council area that you represent. You're the Deputy Lord Mayor. When people are passing through, they might just be here for the day, or they may wish to come again. What are the attractions you'd like to point out to them if they're coming over?
Well, there's obviously so much here in Mid and East Antrim. Mid and East Antrim is Carrickfergus, Ballymena and Larne. Logistically, if people are going to the Larne match, it's an easy rip through in Carrickfergus. We have the very historic Carrickfergus Castle, the town walls, there's the Gasworks Museum with the local cinema, food shops. There is so much to do in the Carrickfergus area itself. The easy route then down to Larne, stopping at Island McGee. You'll see one of our international visitor attractions, which is now the Gobbins, which is a leading visitor attraction in Northern Ireland, and it attracts people from all nationalities, and it's something extremely unique. Also in Ballymena, if you've got maybe a half an hour, quick trip up there, and it's a keen shopping town, and there's lots to do. So it's 400 square miles, Carrickfergus, Ballymena and Larne, but we've a lot to offer. So you're more than welcome to come for the day, and I'm sure if you can fit it all in, it would be great.
The Gobbins, before people dash away to have a look in Google, could you explain exactly what the Gobbins is?
Well, the Goblins is described as a dramatic coastal walk. It's something that cannot be described basically on this. It's unbelievable. I have done the Goblins walk a few times. Now, it's quite an experience. You will be walking on the side of a cliff. The waves are crashing against you. You get to see loads of different birds and different animals within the sea. It's quite a difficult walk too, but it's tubular pathways which go under the rocks into the side of the rocks, and it allows you to see the Causeway coastal route from a completely different perspective.
And if people come over for the game and they've maybe got a wee bit of limited time but they fancy the area, for the summer or all through the year, what would the main attractions of the area be, do you think?
Well, certainly coming from a Carrickfergus perspective, if some people know, the Royal Landings event, which normally is held on the second Saturday of June, is one of our main tourist attractions here in Carrickfergus. The event runs for 4 days, and it's a mixture of reenactment of the landing of King Billy at Carrickfergus Harbour. There's a lot of different elements: musical, dance, Ulster Scots, and very much a focus on the education and the history of the historical town of Carrickfergus. So if anybody would be interested, it would be a very good weekend to attend. If people are coming for the day, as I say, there is the castle, Gasworks Museum, Carrickfergus Country Park, which again is beautiful. We have a lot of different activities for children as well in the borough. So there's so much to choose from as well.
There's a bit of a tradition of rivalries in the Irish League around this area. You've got Carrick Rangers, you've got Ballyclare Comrades, and you've got Larne. So on match day in Larne, are you going to have divided loyalties, do you think?
Well, I have to say, I would be inclined to support Carrick Rangers. However, I do have a wee bit of a soft spot for Larne at the minute. And Ballymena United aren't too bad too. So I support, and I'll certainly support all of our teams. However, Glasgow Rangers is the one for me.
And I think that finishes it nicely.